Is this working? I don't know. My fellow Minecrafters and Minecraft dads, or whatever the fuck you are. I present to you today a new type of raid farm using a mechanic that is very untapped. The not really new mechanic raid cancelling, using the simple concept of not giving a raid a place to spawn. It will fail and not have the annoying defeat nor victory effect bar at the end. Before I explain how this farm works, and a few failures I had along the way, let me preface this. This probably doesn't work on Spigot, and if I get one comment asking if this works on Spigot or any new version of Minecraft, I will find you and put a curse of binding dunes cap on your cat. And you don't want that. Anyways, the raid farm has one interesting mechanic that is lesser known but is still very interesting. The ability to cancel raids allows for the immediate start of a new raid, making it so you don't have to wait for the bar to go away, which lasts about 15 seconds. There are two big drawbacks to doing it like this, which I will explain. First, we don't get the bonus wave of the raid. What is a bonus wave, you may ask? It is a wave that spawns when you have bad omen 2 or greater. It is similar to wave 7, which is the wave that provides the most valuable drops, but the lack of bonus wave is made up for at the speed you are able to summon waves. Trust me. But how is it possible to summon a wave immediately after the raid ends? Don't you have to kill the captain from the previous wave to get it? Yes, that is true, but how it is done is very simple. There are two raids going through the system at once. As long as the mobs stay farther than 96 blocks away from the raid center, the raid does not conflict and you're able to run raids separately. The other drawback to this system is it is somewhat RNG based, but it does fix itself. The one flaw that I can't exactly figure out nor why it happens is just the raids sometimes just disappear, even with bad omen. I don't know why, if it's just a glitch or someone on cooldown, but raids after being cancelled just won't be in. This is why there's a buffer of raid mobs at the top at any given time. It keeps half of a raid extra worth of mobs at the top to have a safety buffer if it fails. It will replenish the bad omen effect to the player for that cycle around, and for the next one, allowing it to go back to how it was. I probably fucked that up. This problem was one of the major factors that slowed down the farm for two reasons: mob despawning in the buffer and raids randomly failing. Someone better at raid mechanics than me can probably figure out how to fix this, but I'm dumb as rocks when it comes to solving this issue, so someone have fun figuring that out. The cancelling area is within the 5x5 area that raid mobs can be forced to spawn into, giving whatever this number is % chance of failure. Basically, it will never happen. Originally, I was going to use water, but there are a few less spawning spaces, not that it matters, and the timings were annoying as hell and mobs just got stuck in some spots, so I chose the classic shifting floor design. The mobs only drop down and shoot when the player is approaching the kill area and stop after a few seconds so the farm can hold a buffer and so witches don't just heal at the bottom, which can cause quite the problem. There's a simple shifting floor design for mobs so they take fall damage, and the farm uses an armor stand to inflict sweeping edge damage to mobs. The drops are all pushed out at once to stack against a trapdoor and are sent to an easy item sorter that works better for large stacked items. Now to start the farm, it is a bit annoying since it is just a bit luck dependent, but once it gets up to speed, you can leave it on an auto clicker. First, obtain Bad Omen level 2 from an outpost or a raid bank and flick the lever and stand on the trapdoor. You'll be dropped down to start the raid and put back where you were. The next time you are dropped and pulled back up, swing until you have Bad Omen level 2 or so. Once you drop down and let back up, you can turn on your auto clicker and let it run. This was the original farm I had that only produced 4 KMs. That was just a normal raid cancelling, which it pushes out water, which I obviously don't do anymore. But what it used to do is you used to be able to flick the lever and stand here, you'd swing at their feet, and then you just get like shot put down by the fucking slime block. It's really fun. But this farm doesn't work just because I made it so long ago that a few of the things on how it works just do not work. Like if you stood here at the front, it would be able to see you, so you'd have to stand at the back, and it was just an overall terrible farm. It worked kinda, but yeah, it could be so much better. This was my first attempt at the farm where I would actually have the water source, where I would still have the water up here using the same mechanics as the one over there, but everything was clocked from above. So there'd be this hopper clock which does everything, but I switched it up to, on the new farm, putting it down there, mainly because it made tracking when we got the bad omen much easier. But yeah, this uses some of the same stuff. This one has this to block it, this to prevent it for when mobs used to fall down. They would die of fall damage right at the bottom, so you wouldn't get all drops. But I abandoned this one just because mobs can get stuck up there and it was just overall kind of a pain to deal with. You may have also noticed the armor stand here and the fact that it's actually inside the trapdoor. to do it, it's actually really simple. Block that off, get a water bucket, armor stand, water. Then once that's pushed in, oops, I don't think that'll break anything. Yeah, it's fine. Do this, you grab piston and something to power it, place it here, trapdoor there, and it's done. It's really simple. This is definitely like the only thing that's you probably can't figure out on your own. Actually, probably can. It's not like it's hard, but it's not something you do naturally. Now you could ask, who's this farm meant for? And it's technically everyone, but it depends on who you are. If you're on like a normal server, but it doesn't allow stacking raid farms, but you still want a lot of emeralds or something, this farm is meant for you. I don't have a use for this farm. It's my single player world. I'm not allowing raid farms. And this probably doesn't work on Spigot. You could probably configure it to, except I'm not going to figure it out how to because I don't play on Spigot, so I don't actually care. So, yeah. This video took a while to make, and it'd be dope for you guys to subscribe because I'm very close to 1K subscribers, and it'd be fucking dope to get monetized, and I've started to stream consistently, so go check that out. Okay, bye.